Welcome back to The Boys in the Iceberg, the podcast, where we watch The Legend of Korra. As always, I am Caleb Ader.
And I'm Harley Davis.
And we got one episode for you this week, basically.
One and like a fourth.
Is it even a fourth?
We got some new stuff.
Kind of.
There's some new stuff introducing old things.
Some different things. So we're gonna get into all of that on this week's episode of The Boys in the Iceberg.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be us narrating, somebody else narrating what we've already seen.
Oh yeah, that's a little weird. Harley, you want to go ahead and rattle off that overview?
Actually, Caleb, I'd like to introduce you to my assistant, Natalie. Natalie, would you please read the overview for us?
No, you are not the boss of me.
Well, actually, I am, Natalie, so if you can go ahead and just read that overview for us,
Just read
it'd be
the
spectacular.
overview, Natalie. Come on.
Thank you, Caleb.
Korra returns to Republic City with the Airbenders. She talks with Tenzin and informs him of Kuvira's conquering of Zaofu. She meets with Osami and Mako for the first time in 3 years, but their reunion is dampened by Prince Wu. Their conversation quickly sparks tensions with all of them except Wu, who is kidnapped by supporters of Kuvira. Realizing what is happening, Team Avatar tracks him to Central City Station and rescues him. To protect him from further kidnapping attempts, Wu is left at Osami's residence to stay with Mako's extended family. Meanwhile, Bolin and Varric team up with a group of fugitive firebenders and waterbenders to cross the fortified Earth Empire border. Successfully evading arrest by the guards, they reach the shore, where the grateful prisoners offer them passage on their small boat. In the foggy swamp, Kuvira's army begins to harvest spirit vines at the banyan grove tree.
Thank you very much, Natalie. Now we can discuss this episode, Caleb.
Yes, because I remember what happens in this episode.
I also. Just because...
It's good that we both remember what happens in this episode, right?
Yeah, since we're supposed to talk about it.
Yeah, because we talk about
That's
it.
our one job we have.
This episode starts out with Korra going back to Republic City, where she meets Mako and Asami for the first time, like 3 years.
It has been 3 years.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
That's pretty
They
crazy.
do that stupid little hug thing when Wu's like, hey, let me hug you guys too. I love friends. And then Mako pushes them out.
Yeah, so Wu's fourth wheel on it pretty hard here.
I don't care about this friendship anymar.
No, and I don't even know if it... Could you call it a friendship?
They haven't talked for 3 years?
Yeah, well, no, that's not true, because Korra talked to Asami a year or 6 months ago.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
Because she sent
They're little pen
letters.
pals. I don't know. I really like the relationship between Korra and Asami.
Do you?
I think that they're super good friends, and they're just real good gal pals, you know?
Okay, let's
and that's all they are.
Hope it pays off in the end.
Yeah, and there's definitely some tension between Mako and Korra. Like, we're on again, off again sort of thing. It's been 3 years.
Yeah, we'll talk about the Mako relationship next episode.
Yeah, so they go out to, like, eat, I guess. Apparently Wu, since he was the prince or whatever, can get them into all the fanciest restaurants in the Republic City.
But his title holds no credibility anymore.
No,
so.
but I think there's still people who are, and we see that in this episode, that there are still people who are like loyal to the royalty.
Because this is the episode where they're trying to get rid of Wu, and
kind of because Mako doesn't want to be Wu's bodyguard, but he also can't just like throw Wu out because like Wu has no skills. I don't think he has any money anymore.
No.
Nobody likes him.
Nobody does. We don't like him.
He's real small. Don't think he's a bender. But really what Korra, Mako, and Asami are focused on are getting the gang back together, minus Bolin, because he's off helping Kuvira.
I wonder if they'll try to... Is he still helping Kuvira? No, this is
Bolin.
This is the episode where
Bolin's already escaped. But for all intents and purposes, and for all the information they have, he is still off with Kuvira.
But back to Mako, Korra, and Asami. This is the episode where they drop Wu off at Asami's place, and
do they?
Yes, it's the episode where they drop him off at Asami's place, and
no, but that's later in the episode.
Yeah, that's fine though. We want to get rid of this Wu character immediately.
But no, we want to talk because we have to talk about it a little bit because there's some trouble in paradise. All's not as it seems.
Hunky dory.
Because Mako and Korra and Asami, when they're out at this dinner, they get into a little bit of a squabble over some dumb stuff that I don't even remember exactly what it was. But I know that I think Korra was just misinterpreting what she said, and Asami got all mad at her or something like that. For no reason. It really didn't make any sense.
Yeah, I remember because at the end of the episode, they're like, man, it's just like old times, except for us all being mad at each other.
Yeah.
It's like, shut up.
Yeah, it's a little ridiculous. Just don't be mad at each other,
Yeah.
right?
Grow up.
I mean, that's fine.
You have. It's been
But
3 years.
While all this commotion's going on, Wu takes it upon himself to go to the bathroom. And he does ask Mako to go along with him.
I just skipped over the entire story,
He's
didn't
like,
I?
yeah, no, that's why I was backtracking a little bit. Mako is ostensibly still his bodyguard. So Wu's like, hey, someone might attack me while I'm in here in the bathroom. You might want to come with me. And Mako's like, no, you're a grown man. Just go to the bathroom. And someone attacks him when he's in the bathroom and he gets kidnapped. So, I mean, he was right.
The one time he didn't go.
Yeah, I don't think that Mako should have gone with him, but he was right in this instance.
Yeah.
So he does get kidnapped by who knows who. I don't even.
Do we not know who?
I don't know. It's probably Kuvira.
You think so?
Probably some
Send
of
out a
Kuvira's
message.
people. Yeah, or she might just want. I don't even know what the purpose would be. But so after this, Korra, Mako, and Asami get in Asami's car and they take off, and it's like old times, except for they're no good anymore and they can't even follow this like truck that they put Wu in.
It's terrible, really, because they suck. They're no longer, firing on all cylinders, and they're no longer working
It's been
together.
3 years.
They're not a well-greased machine.
Korra's still got some problems, obviously, because she couldn't beat Kuvira. So we don't know exactly what's happening with her. But they're chasing after this truck, and I'm going to be honest, I'm not really into this episode all that much. It kind of feels first season-y, and I don't really want to go back there.
And it doesn't matter either.
No, it really doesn't.
Because they wrap this episode up in the end of it. Like
because there is no consequence. Like we were talking about how it was probably Kuvira that kidnapped him, but it doesn't matter. It's just he needs to get kidnapped for the plot so that Mako, Asami, and Korra can come back together. There needs to be a name, because I don't want to keep saying Mako, Asami, and Korra. So, Makora Asami? Is that good?
I hate it.
You don't like it?
Let's use it.
Okay. So Makora Asami, they go and they're chasing after him, and they get onto a train, I guess, at one point, and they bust him out of the train.
So they find him in like a trunk in like the in the caboose.
But nothing really happens to get there. Korra's just like, oh, I know where he's at. Oh, we do get a little something. Korra figures out how to talk with the spirit vines or whatever.
Oh, we get a little something, huh?
I mean, I don't know what that voice is, but yes, I guess if to just answer you, yeah, we get a little something, huh? So Korra like talks with the spirit vines, and they tell her where Wu is because she has that power now because she was in a swamp.
Because we don't need any attention anywhere in this episode at all.
Yeah, no. So that's basically what happens with Wu's story. Afterwards, they drop him off at Asami's place, as Harley was saying earlier, with Mako's family.
Yeah, I was going to say it, but Caleb just completely just took everything away.
Would you like to?
No, it's fine.
Just go ahead and get in
No,
there.
you've already
Hey,
just-
Harley, how did Mako's grandmother
Funny you
feel
should
about
ask,
Wu?
Caleb. She was ecstatic. Because remember, she's the one that took the picture of the
queen.
The Earth Queen, yeah.
She really liked the queen.
I was going to tell you it was Earth Queen too, but you took that from me as well. So
Okay, thanks.
really just
You
taking-
know what's pretty crazy about this? That grandma is probably like Aang and Korra's age. And you think of her as like this old lady, but she, like back when the Earth King was around, she was probably just a little kid.
she was a child.
Yeah, it's a little
So
weird.
what did she do that she fell in love with the Earth Queen? Like
I think
she's
she-
seen 3 different.
Well, no, because they moved. The family moved to Ba Sing Se, right? Or did they move out of Ba Sing Se?
Was she not there when the Earth King was in charge?
I don't know. See, maybe she's a little bit younger, like 10, 11 years younger. That would have put her around the time after the Earth King. But did Mako and Bolin's family, did his parents move out of Ba Sing Se, or did the family move into Ba Sing Se?
I don't know. Because I don't know.
I'm not quite sure about that.
But has she seen 3 different rulers is the question I was asking.
No. She would have only seen the Earth Queen. Because the Earth Queen was the daughter of the Earth King. So the most she could see is 2. Not counting Kuvira, I guess.
No, what I'm saying is the Earth King, the
Yeah.
Earth Queen, and Wu. So
well, Wu's technically not
It's a lineage, though.
Yeah. Okay. So then, yes, technically,
It's of the same dynasty.
unless she's younger than just a little bit younger than Aang and Korra, which she might not have been around for the
Even
Earth
if
King.
she was the same age as Aang and Korra, she would still be able to see those because
okay, but
because
what
she
I'm
was
saying,
actually alive and in the
if
Earth
she-
Kingdom.
If she was like born,
She's been of the Earth Kingdom her entire life.
but
though.
if she was born when Aang and Korra were, or not Korra, Katara, when Aang was like 12 years old, if she's 12 years younger than Aang, then she wouldn't have seen the Earth King because he was already out at that point.
Okay, if she was born when Aang was around,
That's what I'm saying.
I was saying. Well, you mentioned at the very beginning that she was the same, might be the same age
Yeah, or
as
younger.
Katara and like Toph and those guys.
Yeah.
Okay,
If she's around that age.
if she's younger, then there's a possibility she's only seen 2.
Yes.
But if she's the same age-
What we're arguing about has nothing to do with anything right now.
It's ridiculous. You might
Because
say.
the Korra what do I call them? Like Maka Korra Sami.
It wouldn't matter anyways. You're still saying all of their names.
Yeah, but it's shorter. It is shorter.
You're just saying it faster. If you
Mako
like.
Korra and Asami.
Yeah,
Mako
you're just saying
Korra-sami?
and.
Mako Korra and Asami. Mako Korra Sami.
Yeah,
it's
you're just taking out the and.
No.
You're just taking out the and.
No, because I'm also mixing the last part of Korra's name with the first part of Asami's name.
That's absurd.
Or I could just go Makora Sami.
I'll take that.
That is much shorter.
Makora Sami.
You happy now?
3 syllables now.
Okay, so
Wow.
Makora Sami's storyline,
Saving time there.
I don't care. It really is. You shut your mouth. I really don't care about that storyline, but Bo Lin's storyline this episode is pretty cool. And we get to see more of his bending skill set.
Is it really cool, Caleb? Because honestly,
It's a lot better than Makora Sami.
it is. You're not wrong, but I also don't care about it either.
I think it's better. We get some more Varric, and I think Varric's
Been
nice.
overused.
No, and we also do get more of lava bending and what Bolin can do with lava bending. I think that's cool.
You might say in a list of 15 reasons why Korra was better than the last Airbender, lava bending would rank up pretty high.
Probably 15.
Do you think it would just be 15?
It would be.
No more than 15?
No, I'm sticking with 15.
So it would kick off our list then.
Yes. What a great list that would be. So Bolin and Varric are on the run from Kuvira. And Varric is very much used to being pampered by Julie. And Bolin does not want to do that. So at one point, or the very first point when we see them, Bolin is literally carrying Varric.
Because as we know, Julie turncoat. She left.
Yeah,
abandoned ship.
she's gone. I never want to see or hear from her again. But this part made no sense to me because Bolin's carrying Varric. And then Varric comes to his senses and is like, "Oh, Bolin, I'll carry you for a little while now. You don't need to. No one needs to carry anyone. They can both just walk on their feet, right?"
Yeah. Well, they're idiots, so.
Yeah,
What do you expect?
it's unnecessary.
I don't think we've ever seen Bolin as the intelligent guy, and Varric's always just been comic
No,
relief.
that's true. Varric is much more intelligent than Bolin, but he's also just dumb as a box of rocks. He's an idiot, and I think Bolin's on the opposite end of that. He's pretty stupid, but he knows what's going on.
Like, Bolin is street savvy.
I don't like that. I don't like street smarts.
I said street savvy.
I know, but it's the same. It's the same concept.
So go ahead and eat a dick.
I always hated the street smarts versus book smarts. I think that's a dumb.
I think
sort of
how
comparison
else are you
thing.
going to label it?
I don't
what
know.
else? What are you going to label? Because common sense. You can label common sense as street savvy, and then you have people who were just really book smart and intelligent.
I just don't
that
like
way.
it. We can move on.
You don't have to like it.
That's
I was
fine.
trying to make the comparison here.
That's
what
fine.
Bolin is, as opposed to they're like two halves of the same
I'm
whole.
just saying I don't
and you
like
were just
it.
ruining all of this.
Is it like a
comparison.
yin and a yang
Yeah,
sort
kind
of
like
situation?
That. But it's fine. It's more like a Bolin and a Varric.
So at
but you're
this
just ruining
point,
that.
Bolin and Varric get caught up in a trap, a la Star Wars: Return of the Jedi, and
Which might have been the comparison I was trying to make last week.
yeah,
Too soon.
so they get caught in this trap, and they get the people who set the trap are
We're not Ewoks.
no, but they are defectors from Kuvira, and they're jungle people now.
They've gone
Their
native.
clothes are all ratty. I don't know exactly what they're doing. I think they're trying to get out of Kuvira's like realm or whatever, out of the Earth Kingdom. But there's like checkpoints and like a wall.
So, I wonder why have they tried to get through said checkpoints?
I don't think they have yet.
Also, every time I hear the word checkpoints, I think of the Emperor's New Groove video game. Every time you hit a save
Did it
point,
have
they
a
would go,
checkpoint?
checkpoint.
Oh.
They would just scream that at you. But anyways, great game. Look it up. PC. early 2000s.
Okay, we'll make sure to look that up.
So I was curious though, if they were attempting to get through said checkpoints, then why have they made traps for people?
Well, I don't think that they had the capability. Maybe they were looking for like a uniform or something like that, or maybe they were just trying to keep the people away from them, or maybe it's for animals.
Maybe they're cannibals. Maybe they catch strays,
Probably
and they
not.
murder them and eat them.
Yeah, that's not talked about a lot, but the Ewoks were totally going to eat all of it. Like, they were going to eat them.
They were,
Yeah.
Like at the very end of the movie, when you see like the helmets of the troopers.
Yeah, did they eat those troopers?
Did they eat those troopers?
Because like you always, oh yeah, Wicket, he's so cute, and the Ewoks blink now or whatever. But they never talk about the fact that they were literally going to eat everyone until they thought C-3PO looked cool.
So do
you
think at the end though, at the end of Return of the Jedi, when they're having their big yub nub?
Yeah, what do you
having
think
that
Yub
thing,
Nub stands for?
Do you think they ate those troopers and Leia and Lando and those guys are just like high off their butts or something like that, and they're just so confused they don't know what's going on? So
I don't think that the Ewoks have drugs.
They're ignoring that the Ewoks just murdered these people and ate them.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
Also, I think it would have been much better to see Wookiees.
Wookiees eat people.
No, Wookiees instead of Ewoks.
No, I think Ewoks are fine. Why are we talking about this?
I don't know.
So the rogue gang of people who trap Varric and Bolin. Should I come up with like a name for Varric and Verlin or Bolick? Boric. Yes, Boric. They like try to plead their case and say, "Hey, we actually are defectors too. Please don't kill us, and we're going to help you get through the checkpoint." And everything goes pretty swimmingly for them. I mean, it works out.
It really does, actually.
Yeah.
They get through.
They get down and they head to the checkpoint. Actually, this is when we get to see some Bolin's lava bending.
Signature lava bending.
Well, not really signature.
It is now because the other guy's dead. So
there's more. I'm pretty sure there's more than one lava bender.
we haven't seen any other lava benders though.
Are you sure?
We haven't seen any.
Well, that's true. But Bolin does his like lava bending. It's kind of cool to see because the other guys are like, hey, if he would have wanted to kill us by now, he would have just like made the ground below us lava. So maybe we should listen to what he says.
I don't like that trope.
Why not?
If I wanted you dead, I would have killed you already. What I want to see is somebody saying that and then turning around and killing them immediately.
Like they did want to dead.
Whoa, I'm really getting mixed signals. He didn't kill us earlier, so he shouldn't have wanted us dead, but now I'm dead, so... Y'all feel?
Shall rule.
No.
Yeah, so Bolin team... what did I call him?
Boric.
Boric. Verlin team up with these people to go through the checkpoint, and they go to the checkpoint and they do that thing where they pretend that they're transporting prisoners, and they just assume that, and it drives me insane whenever I see this in like
Star Wars.
Well, no, not even just in Star Wars, but whenever they're like
Star Wars did everything first,
like papers, please, and there's like, oh, do you have like the transfer papers for those prisoners? And the people are like, no.
I left them in my other coat.
Or like, no, but this person wants it done. So if you don't want them to be mad at you, you'll let me through.
They did that really well in Ocean's 11, actually.
I'm not saying it can't be done well.
No, it can be, but I'm saying that I agree with what you're saying. But in Ocean's 11, there's the scene where Scott Conn and Casey Affleck are going into the going towards the vault, and their intention was to forget the card.
Yeah,
like they had it planned, and they go up to the guy, and they're like, because they couldn't get in the elevator because they couldn't use their thumbprint because they're not registered. So they're like, "You forgot your card," and they start freaking out and causing a scene. He goes, "Hey, dude, calm down." He goes, "This is Benedict's stuff. I need you to take it down immediately." And so like, okay, I'll have Tony over here take care of it. Who Tony is registered in the system, so he can go in the elevator without getting red flagged. So they actually planned that. That was really cool. Also, I love the Ocean's movies.
Join us next week on Ocean's 11 Requiem, where we talk all about Ocean's 11, not 12 or 13. Those are crap. Just
you
talk
didn't
about
like 12 or 13?
It was a joke. You just call me out on everything I say.
I will.
Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna take this time. Bad guys, all bad guys, please take more care and make sure you have the proper paperwork, because then you don't let people through pretending they have prisoners when they're not supposed to be there.
But we did get that funny scene where the guy behind the booth, as they were walking
that
through,
was good.
He sees the wanted posters for Bolin and Varric, which were up immediately.
And like Varric turns over and smiles at him.
The exact same smile that was on the poster.
Yeah, that was pretty good. But Yeah, I just think that bad guys need to work out. Like, don't let people through checkpoints that don't have their papers. Like, okay, you ever watch Gomer Pyle USMC? Spin-off of a Andy Griffith show. Gomer Pyle joins the Marine Corps. And there's this really cool part of the episode where he's an idiot, first of all. He's like on guard duty, and this sergeant comes up and is like, "Hey, let me in." He's like, "Oh, do you have your identification?" The sergeant's like, "No, I don't have my identification." Gomer's like, "Well, I guess I can't let you through then." This like high-ranking official in the military, and it ends up working out well for him because he just stuck to the rule. If you don't have paperwork, you don't get through the gate, and then you don't have people tricking you. That's what the paperwork's for.
And then you don't have people dead, like in this episode.
Yeah, because then they proceed to get in a fight with Lava Benny, and they seal the gate shut.
Yeah,
or at least they should have.
Which bothers me because Bolin murdered those people in those suits.
No, they already had suits.
They're dead. But then they climbed out of the suits.
Oh, the mechs you're talking about.
The mechs, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
he
did.
Like, I hate seeing stuff like that where they're like, that person's obviously dead, but then it shows them crawling out of the machine afterwards, like, hey, it's okay, they're alive. Like, no, just kill them.
I do like the mech fights, though, that we've gotten in the last couple episodes. I think that they've been pretty cool so far.
Have they?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Especially with Zhu Li and what she was doing. She did some really cool things.
That one was pretty funny.
She like did the she also did the I don't even know what to call it, where she like used the wires to grab the ground and then catapult herself into the other mech. It was pretty cool.
It's kind of like an Attack on Titan with the little machines they have.
I guess.
You've ever seen Attack on Titan?
No, yeah, but it's completely different.
It's completely things they have.
It's completely different than that.
And they pull themselves forward.
Yeah, they're not mechs.
It's like that.
They're not mechs.
It's much simpler than the mechs.
Exactly.
Which is probably why they die against all those Titans.
Yeah, why don't they just make mechs?
Why don't they just make mechs?
Yeah, that's true.
Tune in next week, the week after, actually, on Attack on Titan Remembrances.
Yeah, there we go. Speaking of remembrances, the next episode. No, we are gonna wrap this up. So, since Varric in the last episode blew up the train that had all of the spirit vines in it, Kuvira has to go find some more. And where do they wander into? But
swampland.
Yeah, that swamp, the swampland thing. So I had a question. We gonna get to see Toph fight some people?
Can't remember.
Or do you think she doesn't even care that much? She's just over everything.
They've already killed Toph.
You think they already got Toph? They like burned down the vines. But Kuvira does say like, I want you to cut down every tree in this place to get me my vines.
It was very Avatar movie-esque.
Yeah, it really was. We talked about that too. Blue Avatar, not Arrow.
Oh yeah,
Avatar.
sorry.
I mean, I just got to say it.
James Cameron just took that name and just discredited it every time you say Avatar. Oh, the blue people?
Yeah.
No,
yeah, I know.
You idiots.
Not blue people, Blue Arrow.
Do you know anything about that movie more than they were blue? No, because it's forgettable. It's largely forgettable.
It was an okay movie though.
Made a lot of money.
I can't wait for 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Being shot all at once.
Yep.
Like the Lord of the Rings series.
Okay, let's do some trivia and wrap this episode up. And then I cannot wait to talk about the next episode. I'm literally sitting here, like, in my head. Come on.
I can feel it. You're giving off quite an energy.
Yeah, I'm vibrating a little bit.
It's weird.
I'm just sitting over here shaking in my seat.
You should probably see a doctor.
No, it's not that. We just need to talk about the next episode. Okay, so trivia for this episode. Got 2 pieces. Great here. The device Varric disassembles to make his EMP emitter is the same one on the magazine Asami was reading in the beginning of the episode.
Really?
I remember all of that.
Because I remember none of that.
In the original storyboard, Asami was reading a fashion magazine featuring Ginger on the back cover advertisement. So was she reading about an EMP emitter or about Ginger?
Make up your mind.
Yeah, come on. Okay, we're going to take a break, and we are going to come right back. And we're back. Guys, thanks for sticking around. We know there's a lot of things that you could be listening to right now, but thanks
Literally
for choosing us.
Anything else?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many things.
Better quality, better content.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Better comedians.
Well, of course.
Or just comedians in general.
Yeah, just like any comedians. Okay, we're going to get on to the next episode, which is Remembrances?
Yes, before we do that, I want to clear up, we're not idiots. We know how magazines work, the magazines that we were just referring to earlier. Just because there's a picture on the front Doesn't mean it's all they're discussing.
Hey.
We're sorry for anyone who works in magazine corporations.
I actually didn't know that. Is that how magazines
Oh,
work?
oh, Caleb didn't know. So, Caleb, fun fact, actually, if it's on the front page, it doesn't mean it's on every other page as well.
Well, no, but it's the magazine, so it's about
There
it's
could
about
be
the
more
cover,
things.
right?
There could be more things.
You're telling me it's not just the cover every page you turn?
I suppose with you being a millennial and magazines aren't really your thing, I can see where
Oh,
you.
yeah, did we ever
get
talk about
confused.
how we're 30 years apart in age? Okay, let's get on to this this episode. I hated this. I did not want to watch it at all. Spoiler alert, it's a clip show.
clip show?
Because that's what we need. We need more clip shows.
If you guys want to watch a good clip show, watch Phineas and Ferb clip show.
I'm not going to watch.
It's good.
I don't want to watch
How-
any clip shows.
How dare you? First of all,
Okay.
Phineas and Ferb is amazing.
I'm done. That's fine. I love Phineas and Ferb. Don't want to watch stupid clip show episode.
because they make it an actual clip show. Like it's very funny.
Well, I'm assuming if it's a clip show, it's going to be an actual clip show. Are you an idiot?
well, because
Come on.
because like Doofenshmirtz and then the good guy agent, they come together and they host an actual like televised show, and so they're like,
It's still a clip show.
it's funny. It's
You
a funny. It's a funny
You can
clip
put
show.
any
though.
spin on you want. Maybe they're trapped in an elevator and they gotta. It's real hot in there and they gotta remember about old things. Maybe they're trapped in a movie theater and they can't get out. Or maybe they're just remembering things because other people are gone. It's all the same. It's still a clip show, and I'm done with it. I don't want to ever see one again.
Well, Caleb, I'm done with you. I don't ever want to see you again.
You know what TV show never had a clip show?
No.
Lost. Never had a clip show. Because they put the clips in all the episodes. They were flashbacks.
I was like, wasn't the whole show a clip show?
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the way to do it, okay? So shut up. Yeah, this is I have some notes written down, Harley, if you
Caleb,
want me to
tell
go.
us what you wrote down.
This clip show is dumb. I hate clip shows. I want to kill myself because of this clip show. Please, please let it be over. And Varric being wrong is pretty cool.
Okay.
I mean, it was pretty cool. There was a pretty good spin on it.
Oh yeah, okay, all right. So we had what, three different clip shows?
We had Sami and Korra, which was mainly Korra. Or did we get Mako first? Yeah, Mako and Wu, where they just set up Mako's relationship with Korra. That's all it was.
Over and over
And
over
over.
again,
And then one more time.
They really just drove that home, man.
I wonder if it's going to play a large part in the resolution of the series.
Hey, let's find out. Let's stick around to the last episode and see if it pays off at all.
If you guys haven't listened to the last episode of this podcast yet, you're going to want to go ahead and do that now. So we're going to take a little break here. Just wait for a couple weeks or whenever that comes out. Listen to that and then come back and listen to this episode because we don't want to get into any spoilers for that last episode of our show.
Of course.
And we're not. So I really hope that they actually play this Mako and Korra relationship out because they've hammered it. They've hit the head,
ever since the
hit
episode
hammer,
1, man.
Hit the nail on the hammer. Just all over and over again.
All over the place.
So we get that. It's basically just Mako explaining to Wu what happened with him and Asami and Korra and this love triangle.
But mainly Mako and Korra.
Yeah, they really just they bore into that. The next one we get is Korra, and she's just explaining. She's explaining to Asami what happened, as if Asami wasn't there, right? And made me think of the intros for the old Twisted Metal games, like I used to be this until this one thing happened, and now I'm like this, and that's the way it is. And that's basically what she was doing the entire time, just explaining to Asami what was going on. I guess she was more explaining to us. Maybe there's going to be a crazy thing in the next episode where we have to have this information.
Maybe.
Probably not.
It's like a very long introduction.
Yeah.
Like previously on The Boys in the Ice. Like that. But it's just we needed a whole episode to build up to, hey, remember these things that happened? We're going to use them in the next episode.
I think that they just needed to burn an episode, and that's what this is.
Which is stupid because this whole entire season already has been forced to the internet and already was written after. I don't get.
Maybe
none of this is making any sense to me.
They think people would like it. I don't know. Anyway,
it is a children's show.
Let's get to the highlight of the episode, which is the Bolin/Varric. They're on this boat that they got on with some of the people they met in the last episode.
The natives.
Well, yeah. They're heading to who knows where. They're on a ship just going somewhere, and Varric is telling the story of what's his name, Nuktuk, the hero that's going to save everyone from the evil bad guys, and he's going to take out Kuvira. And he starts to explain like the actual story, pretty much how it happened. But then things just get crazier and crazier, and they're like juxtaposing all the villains together, and they're doing a pretty cool thing where Unalaq is like he's the villain on the outs that nobody really likes to talk to,
which is very funny because he was. I'm glad they're self-aware enough to know that wasn't their best season.
Yeah. They know it.
Or at least that wasn't their best villain, because they do have the Vatu and the Varric. Oh my God!
You okay,
Zahir, thank you, and the other bad guy,
Amon.
They're all on the phone.
Harley, did you watch this show?
Oh my God, I don't think so. They're all on the phone together.
This is just a giant ruse. We haven't watched a single episode. We've been critiquing it.
But they're on the phone together, and then what's his name? Varric Snarlock.
Yep, that's the one.
He starts cutting on their call, and they're like, "Ugh, go away. We don't want to talk to you." But it's really funny, and I like it. And they got their original voice actors back for Zahir and Amon and Vatu, but they're mimicking their voices, so it's like the voice actors making fun of the voice.
It's like what they should
really funny.
What they should have done with Korra. Or not Korra, Katara.
With Toph and Katara and Aang.
Yeah, they should have just got the originals and made them mimic what they would sound like.
Hilarious.
It would have been so good. But yeah, so this is it's a twist on your classic like clip show formula, where Varric's just getting everything wrong, and at the end he's like, it doesn't even matter. They really like the story. And that's about all I got to say about that.
That's all we really can say about that.
Yeah, because they're basically just rehashing things that we've already seen.
So there's no point in us discussing this any further.
Nope. You want to get into some trivia? That's such a short episode. Okay. Due to having their budget cut by nearly the amount it took to make a new episode, Michael Dante DiMartino and Brian Konietzko decided to make this episode. Do you like that? Konietzko decided to make this episode. You're not going to respond? Okay. Decided to make this episode into a Clips episode, as they were unwilling to fire a significant number of crew members several weeks early.
So they all knew they were going to lose their jobs, but they're like, listen.
Yeah, there you go.
You got weeks left instead of minutes.
That's, I guess I understand it now. They could have, I don't know. I don't even know any way around that. Fine on you, I guess. As such, Remembrances is similar to the Ember Island players from Avatar The Last Airbender in the sense they both recapitulate past events. Although Ember Island players was not a clip show, and it was a very good way to sort of sum things up thus far while still giving us character moments, which I don't feel like this did.
Yeah, and because we still got to see because there was like the intermission of the show, and then Aang left during the middle of the show, and then like there was still tense moments between the characters and everything like that, and like there were still funny moments.
We kissed before the invasion, and I thought we were going to be together, but we weren't. We got that in the clip show of the Avatar The Last Airbender.
It was, and I didn't think of it as a clip show.
No, because it really was.
Yeah, I didn't think it was comparable because I didn't even think about it at all.
A clip show, in its like basis sense, is them using clips from the past and basically just using them again in a new episode. Whereas that was an entirely new thing where it still did the clip show thing, but with somebody else acting it out
in a better format.
Yeah, it was so much better. But I guess if you got to fire all your crew or do a clip show, you do a clip show.
Dude, I didn't know that was a thing. I just figured they went on to a new project. Like, I didn't realize you just fired your crew on this. I thought you just like, hey, listen, we got another project coming up. Let's just segue into that.
But you don't use the same crew for every project.
No, I guess you're true. I guess it's right.
So so they just didn't want to. They didn't. They did the good. They did the moral thing and paid their crew rather than saying, hey, no, we're going to do a new episode this week, and then we're just going to end an episode short.
That makes it sound like you can almost just like a job over there is not guaranteed at all. Almost. Like,
no, probably not.
Like if your show gets canceled, you just lose your job.
Yeah, that's how it works.
It's crazy, man.
But they got like SAG and stuff, Screen Actors Guild, and like the Writers Guild of America. This is the 5th episode in the series to have a one-word title, and the 7th of the entire Avatar franchise.
That's interesting.
Yeah, great. This is the 2nd episode with Chibi style included. With Chibi style included in the Legend of Korra. Does that make sense to you?
That.
Yeah, I mean, we could see the chibi. But this is
This
the
is the second
episode
episode with chibi style included in the Legend of Korra. The first being Rebirth.
I don't know if that sentence is fine. But
Okay, so
I guess.
replace chibi with another kind of animation style. This is the second episode with
Yeah, see?
stop motion style, and I guess,
See, it
yeah,
doesn't
okay.
it doesn't really work without like an article or something in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Varric's statement to never let the truth get in the way of a good story is a quote from Mark Twain.
So they're
The immortal bard, as we like to call him in this business.
so they're aware of our universe. I'm confused.
Huh?
They're aware of our universe.
No, it's the Mark Twain of the Avatar world. What would his name be? There's no comparable thing.
Tark Moane.
Nope. That you just like messed around with some of the letters in his name. didn't
It
even
would
get,
fit in the universe.
Not even close.
If somebody walked up with
Hey,
characters
my
named,
name's
like,
Tark Moyne.
with
No.
the characters with Aang and Tarlok and Wu, I think Tark would work just fine.
But Tark Moyne?
Tark Moine.
You can't even say Moyne. You have to like elongate every consonant in that. Moyne.
How about Twark Main? Twark Main.
I don't like that.
You like
That
that
sounds
either?
more like a Star Wars character than an Avatar character. Hey, my name's Twark Main. Yeah, I don't like it.
He's some roguish gent who flies ships really well.
The structure of the episode was based on Samurai Champloo, which is it's an
That's how you
anime.
pronounce that.
It's an anime
Is
that
it?
I watched the first episode of. Wasn't that smitten with, shall we say?
I've never watched any anime ever.
I don't know. It's by
As much as I
a
reference
guy.
anime.
I can't remember the guy who made it, but he's a very good anime maker, if that's what they call them now.
They're called animakers, actually.
Animakirax. But it wasn't that great. Much like this episode, and that's all I had to say about that. So, guys, if you'd like to send us death threats for this terrible episode, you can use boysintheiceberg@gmail.com, or just send them to our Twitter @boysintheberg. As always, I've been Caleb Bader.
And I'm Harley Davis.
Thank you so much for listening. We are the Boys in the Iceberg, and we'll see you here next week.